So this musical is about the first great love, right? Like the first great teenage love. So who was the first great teenage love in each of your lives? Everybody out there, think of your first great teenage love.
Mine was a pop star in England.
Okay.
No, that's all you're getting. He's still a pop star.
Oh, he's still a pop star.
No, I went to England and fell in love with a much older rock star, and no, he's not much of a pop star anymore. So, but yeah, my first big crush was on this famous boy, and then I had a real boyfriend who wasn't imaginary.
What was that like?
That was great. It was lovely. I met him in San Francisco, and we did a lot of drugs together. And he took me to Malibu, where he was from. And that's the song, the whole song Malibu, comes from him. And people think it comes from all sorts of other things. It comes from Jeffrey Mann. That's his name, Jeff Mann. He's, I think now he's a big production designer from Mr. Blackheimer and big action movies. And if you want like explosions, I think Jeff Mann's your guy. I think. I IMDb'd him.
Was he back then?
What was he back then?
I mean, was he like about
explosions?
Did he make like things like explode in your...
He was a punker.
Yeah.
He was a skater and a punker.
Skater.
A skater kid. Yeah, that's mine.
And yours? Top that.
I can't. I mean, I truly was I was a very late bloomer. I was a nerdy kid who followed the rules and read books, and I had
the best little boy in the world.
I mean, me and my friend Shannon used to drive around. She just have all these images of her like driving her little Subaru with like a Diet Coke and a cigarette, and we're like listening to like PJ Harvey and Hole, and like we're listening to like all this amazing
Jesus,
music.
you're a lot younger than me.
Driving around.
How old are you? I've never asked you. How old are you?
I'll be 40 this year.
Jesus, you are younger than me.
And I remember making her drive past the house of this like boy that I was in love with eternally, and that, I mean, and then I was a late bloomer. I didn't really like date anyone until I went off to college. But I had a huge crush on this boy my whole life. And he knows it now, and we've become friends as adults.
And where'd you go to college?
I went to a conservatory of music in Ohio. Yeah, which at the time was like moving to the big city.
What was
I was like, I'm off to Cincinnati.
There's a guy that goes to Berkeley who's from Cincinnati here tonight.
Oh, nice. I love Cincinnati. No.
And when did you move to New York City?
In 1999. Yeah.
And I never looked back?
Never looked back. I never want to leave. I'm a New Yorker for life.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've been with Mark for
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
And you've been married for
3.
3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Great. Yeah.
And do you want kids?
Do I want kids? I'm a donor dad. I have three like offspring. But I'm not a dad. I mean, yeah, watch where you step. But it's really fertile stuff.
Right. Modern world never ceases to amaze me. It's just amazing. Right?
Yeah.
So you have 3 kids,
no, it's
you're in their lives.
Yes. Yeah. They live in LA with their moms, and
their
we're out
moms
there
are
all the
lesbian?
time. Yeah.
Wow, it gets more modern.
I know, it's like it's such a modern love story. Like it couldn't have happened any other.
Write a musical.
I mean, it was lots of me like jerking off to gay porn in the Pasadena doctor's office. I mean, that's like when people are like, you did it the old-fashioned way, right? It's like, is that what you mean by the old-fashioned way? Because then yes.
It was old porn.
It was magazines.
And how's your child? My child is 23, and she's an artist. And she's beautiful and lovely and loving and great, and she likes my boyfriend, which is great. And She's just a darling.
There's that beautiful picture of her by her Ritz in that.
Yeah, when she was little, I have it in my house.
I know, it's
yeah.
so beautiful.
And I remember being so mad at her for putting it in the magazine, and it was supposed to be private, and I think it was for the best, so people could see what a beautiful person. And she had 10 fingers, and 10 toes.
And she's
well, we all remember.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And she's married.
She's married to a lovely musician named Isaiah, and we were going to do something. We're going to go to the Saint Laurent show at the Palladium. And she was like, "Mother, would you?" Sometimes she calls me Joan. Sometimes she calls me Mother. Sometimes when she's really mad, she calls me Courtney. And sometimes she calls me Mommy. So she was like, "Would you not hold my hand in public?" And I'm like, "What are you talking? You're like my little girl." She's like, "I'm 23." So I mean, I in front of photographers, don't hold my hand, and so I understand that. I don't understand it, but I understand the where she's coming from.
And are you ready to be a grandmother?
No, you're not at all.
Jaw just dropped across the way. Because that's any day now.
No.
Oh, come on. Own it. They're
No.
rocking grandmother.
No.
What would you want your grandchild to call you?
Oh,
Courtney?
God.
Courtney?
I'm clutching my pearls. Please. God.
That was my goal tonight, to make you clutch those pearls.
No. I just don't. She's not. And thankfully, she's not ready to do that. So.
Thankfully.
I'm grateful.
Okay, good. Okay, but I think you'd make a great grandmother.
I would make one, but I'm not ready to do that yet, and it's going to be.
Think of it
years.
as Auntie Mame.
Oh yes.
Okay.
And yes. Well.
Okay. We will get off that subject very quickly. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the musical, okay? Because we're going to sing one more song from it. I looked up Athena, the goddess, and it says she's the goddess of wisdom, courage, inspiration, civilization, law and justice, mathematics, strength, war strategy, the arts, crafts, and olive oil. That's what it says on Wikipedia. All right. So of all those things, what do you see of yourself besides the olive oil, or maybe the olive oil? Of all those things, do you think of any of those your strengths?
Oh no. War strategy.
That's the one I thought too.
I'm strategic. I think I'm a good soldier. Those two struck me. I had an Etsy phase. My CPA can't stand Etsy. If I say Etsy, I spent a lot of money on Etsy in 1 year. Etsy. It's a craft. It's a craft site.
Oh,
it's a website where you buy
crafty.
I'll tell you what
You were proving my theory that after 50 we're all lesbians.
This will tell you exactly what Etsy is.
Please tell
A couple of years ago.
This is such a good story.
A couple of years ago, my husband has always joked in moments of great happiness in his life. He'll say the only thing I don't have in my life now is a tea cozy in the shape of Bjork's head.
Bjork's head.
And he's joking, that's all I could ever want. And so he just would say that every once in a while, it would make me fall apart. And I would just laugh and laugh. And so one day I was like, I'm going to go on Etsy and I'm going to find someone who will
knit
a tea cozy in the shape of Bjork's head. And I got right away. There were 10 people I'll do it. I'll make it. $20.
I've seen it. It's so cute.
And you got one?
Yeah. It's a tea cozy.
Now he has everything.
He has everything.
I knew I hated Mark but now he's got everything.
Yeah. Tea cozy.
Go to his office. You'll see it.
Head.
It's on his shelf.
So the crafts, not so much, but I think I'm pretty strategic. I think I've, survived. I've taken a kicking and kept on ticking, and I feel very strong.
Mm-hmm.
But
one of the things, I've interviewed lots of divas in my life, from you to Streisand to, a lot of them.
Right.
And what I do find sort of interesting about them is they are sometimes surprisingly, maybe it's just the times that I hit them, like in their lives, how they're surprisingly fearful. They're more fearful sometimes than I expect them to be. That a lot of the bravado that comes from them sometimes can come from a place of fear. Like I don't know what they're afraid of or what they're afraid of losing or the lights. Don't let me lose the lights.
Oh no.
I'm just being honest, man.
Athena.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go back to Athena. Okay.
Yes.
This has been an interesting conversation to navigate. Let me tell you. Why you've written 2 musicals based on the Odyssey, one for the public and one for Juilliard.
Yes, and they're entirely.
So why are you so drawn to these Greek myths?
I don't know. But an interesting fact.
Very
I was gonna
Greek
tell you.
active.
Well, I was going to tell you an interesting thing about Athena that just occurred to me, and I never tied it to this show until this very second. Is that one of the things that Athena does in the Odyssey is assume the shape of other people to guide Telemachus to finding his father. Like suddenly she's like a sailor, or suddenly she's like this old man. Like Athena, just thinking of that lyric of jumping from person to person and finding me. I'd never made that connection before. I mean, someone said to me, I guess I did.
She's a shapeshifter.
Yeah, I don't know why Athena. I think it's been forced. It's been like foisted upon me this idea of Athena, because neither of those musical adaptations were my idea, and
maybe they were Athena's idea.
Something.
The goddesses.
I mean, she's she's represented by an owl, which I'm sort of conscious whenever I see that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I feel drawn to her, and I don't know why.
Would you like to sing a song about her?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, should I tell the very off-color story?
Oh yeah, no.
About...
Now this is the kind of audience that Courtney Love attracts to the theater. Okay, not you. I'm not talking about you. Okay, it's not always about you.
Okay.
Okay, tell.
Okay, so I'm going to sing this next song, and it's near the end of the show. We've gone back in time. We've met this woman. We've had this relationship. We've had sex. We've got married. We've broken up. She's gone off to chase the sirens. I've gone to look for her in this kind of mythological journey to the underworld to try to find her, borrowing from another myth. But we're at the end of the show, and the story is very clear what's happened to this woman through his eyes. And this one performance in Boston, I was getting right. There's all this chaos on stage. There's 6 dancers, there's a string quartet, there's techno beats, there's Courtney, and then all of a sudden, like, all of that goes away, and it's just me. And I'm about to sing this song, and I hear, sorry, you'll know why in a second. I hear this girl sitting right here turn to her friend and say, and I'm standing here, like, feeling things, and I'm thinking, okay, well, she's got like 2 or 3 more songs to get through. It's not that long of a show. She'll be okay. Or she can, the exit's like right there. She can walk across the stage. It's fine. So I start singing this next song, which I'm about to sing, and she peed. Just in the front row. I'm this far away from her. And she either was like, I don't want to get up and embarrass myself, so I'll just pee right here. I went backstage afterwards, and after the show, he's like, Courtney, somebody peed during my song. She was like, that's rock and roll. Try to forget now. It goes. They built a memorial to the Great World War. They built a museum under that. They put windows where the ceiling should be. And they put pictures of you on the news. And under the glass ceiling, the people are whispering, oh, Athena of the mountain, you came down, and we did this to you. In the garden, the story goes, there were heroes, there was war. We remember, we shoot pictures, we shoot fireworks, and we shoot more. I am a girl. I am a daughter. I am in a museum. Oh, Athena of the mountain, you came down, and we did this to you. Peeing the whole time.
I almost peed. Shit. That was beautiful.
You know that sound. There's nothing like somebody peeing. And I was like, I think she's peeing. I think that girl who said she had to pee is peeing.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you earlier when you sang Fireworks, I wanted to have sex with you. But when you sang that song, I fell in love with you.
Oh.
I mean, it was just so beautiful. I love that song.
Thank you.
So, what do you guys have in common other than having been in this musical? I mean, what's your friendship based on? Is it
Well, we
is
love
it only
each
about
other.
work? Is it only about work? Mhm.
No,
Oh,
no, we love each other.
yeah. We like,
We're real friends.
we're both, I don't know, we're both readers. We like to.
We're both sensitive,
Yeah, I don't know. We could
a little crabby.
coffee and talk about the books we're reading. I don't know. We just like talk about Etsy. I don't know. It's just like one of those, there's certain people that you just fall into a natural rhythm with. And for whatever reason, we just like that.
And, you're really into fashion. I know that about you.
Yeah.
You started your first fashion line? Love
Well,
Courtney?
no.
That started?
I did my first thing with a fashion with Nasty Gal, which actually came from San Francisco. Sophia Amorusa is a success story, kind of Cinderella story from San Francisco. She started out as an eBay vintage seller, and now her company's worth a fortune. And they approached me to do a line of clothing, but I want to do a line of clothing on my own. I'm gonna do I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but I did a line with them of 18 pieces, and we sold out really quick, and it was very successful. But I went to my fashion agent, and there's agents for fashion now, and which is a whole thing. And my guy has like Kanye, and he has like Riccardo Tisci, and he has like very high end. And I was like, I want to do like what Victoria Beckham's doing. He's like, well, do you have 3 years of your life you'd like to dedicate to that? And I'm like, no.
This is very serious. This is more than Etsy.
Yeah, it's more than Etsy. It's a little more than Etsy. And no, I'd rather do stage work and stuff. I don't want to hang. I like fashion, and I like Fashion Week in a limited capacity.
Aren't you about to go to India, though, because you're a fashion?
Yeah, for a luxury summit and get some award. Why not? What the hell? So, yeah.
A life of celebrity.
Yeah,
A lot
it's
of
like
perks.
Calvin and Donna and, and Victoria Beckham and
Courtney.
Fabulous. So that's for a week of my life, though, and that's as much as I can take, and then I need to go home.
Right.
You know.
And what music do you listen to?
Well, I come from, a tradition of Dylan. I'm a big Dylan, REM. I grew up on REM, U2, the Stones, the Beatles, kind of classic rock. And what I did not grow up on was rap. And I don't really understand it. And it's a failing because that's what the market is so full of right now. That's, there's some artists that pop up now and then, like Lana, that I really like. And that's about it.
You? What do you listen to?
I was really into, like the alternative scene. PJ Harvey, Bjork, this one. And then I was also secretly walking around my hometown with my Discman on my hip, because listening to like a little night music, you know what I mean?
Well, that's sort of the hybrid that music
somehow
is.
So those worlds collided. I mean, and then I was studying piano and classical repertoire. So I mean, it just all was and then my dad, rather than like reading me a bedtime story every night, would sit at the foot. My dad's a really great guitarist and singer, and he would sit at the foot of my bed and sing Beatles songs. So I just grew up like loving the Beatles because my dad would sit and sing all the songs to me. And yeah, isn't that sweet? Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah.
So you both have a love of PJ Harvey.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is it about her music that draws you both? You both mentioned her.
Well, the way some actors talk about Brando or De Niro, I think she's that to me. Like, her early stuff is like so much better than mine, and I know it. And thank God, because otherwise I'd have to be the best. Right. You know what I mean? Like, there's somebody who's better than me. I mean, in that space of being a woman who can play guitar, she's her form is fucking awesome. She's so great. And I actually saw her here at Slim's with Kurt and back in the 90s, and she was excellent. And she's just an excellent, consistent artist who I really, really, really worship. I've met her a few times.
I saw Patti Smith here
At the Fillmore, right.
And Michael Stipe opened for her.
Right.
That was life-changing.
Yeah.
Live.
I saw that. We saw that show.
Yeah, at Webster
That
Hall.
was
Yeah.
remarkable. It was like the best piece of theater I saw.
That was a great
It was a piece of theater.
It was. I was so exhilarated when I left.
Oh, it was life-affirming, life-changing. It was like being a church.
Well, actually, when you're with Courtney Love and you go see Patti Smith in concert, after the concert, you're not walking down the street like all happy and bouncing. You're backstage congratulating Patti Smith. So that was like a thrill of
Yeah.
Michael, Patti, wonderful job.
But I was the fool at the Patti Smith concert on her 67th birthday who went, "Bring it!" And she looked up to wherever, she didn't know it was me. But thank God. Now she does. But she looked up at the balcony and she's like, "I'd rather be home reading Ulysses." I mean, really. I felt like such an ass. Bring it. When I'm 67, if someone yells, "Bring it to me," I'm going to have the same response. Like, shut up. I'm bringing as much as I want. That's it.
Well, you brought it tonight, bitch. Let me tell you. Would you like to hear her sing some PJ Harvey? All right, you're in for a real.
Okay, so this is really scary. I mean, we're gonna do "To Bring You My Love," and I don't know if I can remember the lyrics, so I'm gonna look at them really quick. Yeah. Think about. I was born in the desert, been down for years. Jesus, come closer. I think my time is near. And I've traveled over dry earth and mud, hell and high water, to bring you my love, 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 to bring you my love. Climbed over mountains, traveled the sea, knocked out of heaven and knocked out on my knees. I've lain with the devil, cursed God above, forsaken heaven to bring you my love, 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 to bring you my love. It's gonna be here. You know he's gonna be here. You know he's gonna be here. All right. Laying with the devil, curse God above, forsaken heaven to bring you my love, to bring